The boss forces liquor into the boy's mouth, just because he's the punching bag. Every kid in debt has a father who gambles. But Hangzhou's got it worse. Not only is he in debt, his dad sold him off. But the way they collect, pure beatings. Today, the boss hasn't washed the place. Anyone smoking has to put it out. To thank his boss for the occasional instant noodles, Hangzhou always takes his job seriously. While patrolling, he notices smoke at the end of the hall. Walking in, he sees a handsome guy smoking. The guy's rebellious moves, his dismissive gait, leave Hangzhou frozen for a moment. But for those noodles, he gathers his courage and walks over. Hey, put out your cigarette. Instead, the guy blows smoke right in his face. Coughing, Hangzhou explains the divider walls can't get smoky. Turns out the guy's pretty cooperative. He stubs the cigarette out on Hangzhou's shirt. Hangzhou's pissed. He jumps back and asks what the guy thinks he's doing. The guy smiles and says there's no ashtray here. You told me to put it out, so you gotta take responsibility. Hangzhou's stunned. Then the boss comes rushing in all flustered. Oh, Boss Wu Jian, you're here and didn't even tell me. The boss ignores the owner, complaining that the staff here has a terrible attitude. This place may go under sooner or later. Hearing this, the owner shoves Hangzhou aside. This kid's new, doesn't know the rules. Boss, smoke all you want. As much as you want, however you want. The boss is pretty humble, says he hasn't decided yet. Hangzhou watches the boss's smile, wondering what status makes the owner grovel like this. Seeing Hangzhou just standing there, the owner tells him to get lost and stay out of sight. As he leaves, Hangzhou sneaks a glance. The boss actually winks at him. It's so gross, Hangzhou freezes. He quickly mutters curses and leaves. Once outside, Hangzhou learns. Boss Wu Jin's no joke. He controls your frontiers behind the scenes. The owner wants to get on his good side too. Total big shot. But Hangzhou thinks he's just a pest. Shiny on the outside, but really just a rotten gambler. Then One Eye notices Hangzhou slacking off. Tells him the boss at the end of the hall wants to see him. Little does he know brutal force feeding awaits. The boss makes his throat bleed. The boss forces it all into the boy, because he finds the boy easy on the eyes. As we're saying, One Eye tells Hangzhou that Boss Wu Jun wants him. Knave Hangzhou meets the boss again. The boss watches Hangzhou working hard, asking who this kid is. The owner says he's a professional debt collector. Don't let his soft looks fool you. He can really take a beating. The boss thinks it's a waste. That face really is pretty. As the boss gets handsy, Hangzhou has no idea what he's up, but Jibing just shakes his head, saying Hangzhou's always got a sour face. Oh, I see. You see each other all the time. They smile and apologize, but Hangzhou won't do it. Jubing's the one who told him to stop people from smoking. Seeing this, Jubing's about to hit Hangzhou. No choice, Hangzhou tells the boss he's sorry. But the boss isn't satisfied. Says Hangzhou's not sincere. So Jubing pushes Hangzhou to kneel. You're trapped. You gotta bow your head. He kneels and says sorry again. The boss is pleased. There we go. Hangzhou doesn't want to deal with the boss's teasing. But before he can leave, the boss grabs his face. No bad. How about we have a drink? But Hangzhou says he doesn't drink. The boss grins dangerously. Really? Next second, he grabs a bottle, then shoves it deep into Hangzhou's mouth. Liquor and tears pour down. The boss even stomps on Hangzhou's thigh, laughing. Looks like you can drink just fine. His throat burns like fire, seeing Hangzhou can't take any more. Soot. Hangzhou drops to his knees, coughing violently. The boss mocks his drinking skills. Just wasted half the bottle. Hangzhou stares at what's left. The boss downs it in one gulp, drinking while side-eyeing Hangzhou. Right in front of him, he licks the bottle clean, then asks the owner if the liquor's watered down. But Hangzhou's already feeling it, shaking, wanting to puke but can't. The boss is loving this, staring at Hangzhou's jeans. He smirks with dark intent. Since Hangzhou gets beaten and abused every day, the boss wants to help him take out the owner. As we were saying, Hangzhou gets force-fed liquor by the boss. His mouth split open. Worse than the physical pain. If he can't work normally, One Eye's gonna accuse him of slacking. Before One Eye even shows up, the owner suddenly appears and punches him, yelling that Hangzhou's a piece of crap, asking what he did to make Boss Wu Jin so mad. Hangzhou says through the pain he doesn't know. If he knew, he never would have gone. Just then, One Eye appears, asking why he's beating Hangzhou. The owner turns on One Eye, yelling at him for not explaining things properly. No surprise, One Eye denies it. Instead blames Hangzhou for being deaf. This makes the owner even angrier. He keeps punching and kicking Hangzhou. Hangzhou's head feels like it's gonna explode, ringing. The insults keep repeating in his ears. Everything feels distant, like he's underwater. Once he's beaten enough, One Eye stops the owner. Can't kill him. Who else would do the dirty work and collect debts? The owner doesn't want to lose such cheap labor either. Throws out a threat to work hard, then storms off. Hangzhou's face is swollen and bruised, but they're already yelling for him to get to work. If he doesn't go, they'll break his legs and use it as an excuse to dock his pay. So Hangzhou's debt will never be paid off. He can only work like a dog to escape this filthy hell. Hangzhou's limping badly. Boss Wu Jin sees it all. This time he's not smiling. His eyes are ice cold. He spots Wu Jin sitting at the end of the hall. Your face got even more colorful. Hangzhou's surprised. Why is he here again? But remembering the owner's special instructions, Hangzhou greets him properly this time. But Wu Jin teases that after yesterday's drink he got obedient, and he really can take a beating. But Hangzhou just stands there silent. Seeing this, Wu Jing starts messing with him again. When an adult asks the question, Hangzhou thinks this guy's blind. Just wonders what he really wants. The owner wants Hangzhou to play along. Wu Jing wants to help Hangzhou take him down. As we were saying, Boss Wu Jing pretends to tease and care about Hangzhou. But Hangzhou doesn't get what he's thinking. One eye rushes him to get to work again. Wu Jing sees it and it hurts. He's already planning how to save his guy. They treat Hangzhou like a dog. Don't care about his injuries at all. They mock him for collecting debts by getting beaten. One eye tells him to be polite and careful with customers, or they'll dock his pay. All of this makes Hangzhou sick. Suddenly, Hangzhou almost trips. Jubing says he feels nice. Should pay off the debt quick that way. That whole scene, Wu Jing sees again. Hangzhou's running around dizzy. Wonders why this guy's still sitting here. Is he bored every single day? Next second, a coffee bottle's pressed to his face. Hangzhou yelps, "What are you doing? Don't you want to kill Jubing?" Hangzhou's eyes dart around, no answer. Interesting. He asks again, "Don't you want to kill that guy? Your eyes are full of murderous intent." Hangzhou admits it through gritted teeth, feeling that way for a long time. I know. Jubing tells him to try stabbing someone. He gives him food, drink, and money. How do you raise such an ungrateful brat? Hasn't beaten him hard enough. Not often enough. That's why you never learn. Even though Hangzhou's run away many times, he always gets dragged back and beaten. After enough beating, Hangzhou's left ear went deaf. As long as his debt's not paid, they won't let him die. These terrifying memories Hangzhou can never forget. When Boss Wu Jing tries to comfort him, Hangzhou instinctively braces for a hit. But when Wu Jing's hand touches his head, Hangzhou's expression gets complicated. Feeling the gentle touch, he notices Wu Jing's not wearing gloves. Hangzhou gets curious about who Wu Jing really is. "You don't work, are you a boss?" Wu Jing laughs, saying he's not a boss. Wu Jing says he doesn't do vulgar stuff like that. Hangzhou doesn't believe it. Everything about him fits. Suddenly Wu Jing leans in close. "Think I'm lying to you." Hangzhou quietly backs away. He smokes all the time. Why does he smell so good? First time Wu Jing asks his guy out, he gets violent with Hangzhou. As we were saying, Hangzhou thinks Wu Jing smells nice. To confirm his hunch, he asks Blondie about it, but Blondie says he's just a dumb rich kid with too much money. When One Eye showed up, laughing that he's just a knave sucker, then Wu Jing suddenly asks, "What's wrong with being a sucker?" One Eye freaks out, asking why he's back here. Wu Jing laughs, "Shouldn't I visit a place I invested in?" Footsteps echo. Jibing runs over Young. As soon as he reaches, Wu Jing says he wants to borrow the punching bag. "Someone owes me, it won't pay." "Didn't you say he can really take a beating?" He wants to refuse. If Hangzhou leaves, no one will run errands. But hearing Wu Jing say no. Soon they're downstairs. Hangzhou wants to sit him back, but Wu Jing tells him to sit up. Once in the car, Hangzhou asks where they're going. Wu Jing just tells him to sit quietly. Watching the roads get more remote, Hangzhou realizes this isn't a place to collect money. Asks Wu Jing where he's really taking him, but Wu Jing ignores him. Finally, they arrive at a lake. Wu Jing mocks Hangzhou. "You scared? I'm gonna bury you." This makes Hangzhou more convinced he's a con man. And maybe he's got beef with Jubing. Hangzhou says he won't tell him anything. But Wu Jing grabs the back of Hangzhou's head. "If you don't want to be fish food, I suggest you answer every question." Wu Jing asks how much debt he still owes. Hangzhou's confused but answers. After hearing, Wu Jing lets go. Hangzhou thinks it's over. But Wu Jing says there's one more question. Does Hangzhou want to kill Jubing? For some reason, Hangzhou suddenly wants to cry. He softly says yeah at first, then firmly answers yes. Wu Jing grins. "Why didn't you just say so? I've never even hit you. Why are you so scared?" Then Wu Jing reaches into his jacket. Snap. Tosses Hangzhou a phone. "If Jubing does anything weird, call me on this." The boy just has to get one pack of cigarettes or something, and his employer gives him 10 million. As we were saying, Wu Jing wants Hangzhou to spy on Jubing. Hangzhou asks why him. Wu Jing explains because he can take a beating. Hangzhou sighs. "Taking a beating doesn't mean I can't die. You won't help me anyway. Just do what I say, and I'll help you get out of there." Even though Hangzhou doesn't really trust Wu Jing,